Let me tell y'all something. This morning, I did a whole video, just like pre-recorded. And as I was doing my video, my child called me like 50, 11 times. And that was it of the video. So I did like a 20-minute video. And my son called me. And then that was it. That was the end of that. Y'all already know. So I don't know what I'm gonna do when he get older. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Child. Anyway, that's my baby though. It's the only one I got. Gotta love him. Gotta give him that love. So I did a video this morning. I'm driving, okay? I'm driving. So I will be paying attention to the road. I will try to greet you all as you come in. But if I don't greet you, it's no hard feelings, all right? If the signal gets choppy, it's all right. Just let me know in the chat, and I will, leave and come right on back. And if it gets on your nerve too bad, you just have to close it out and come back and watch it when it uploads. It's always better when it uploads, okay? If you're new here, hi, my name is Elviria, and I am the host of this channel, EFP Media. Here we explore faith, wellness, personal growth with some journaling in there. If you would like to journal with us, you can go to the description box and grab the journal prompts for December. December is almost over, okay? December is almost over. So, but it's never too late. It's never too late. So I've been slacking. I think it's probably been like maybe 3 to 4 days I have not journaled. I could see the difference. I can definitely see the difference in not journaling. Hi, Stacy. Not journaling and journaling. So I definitely need to work on that. All right. I need to work on it. Don't judge me. Judge yourself. So mental health check-in. I'm doing well mentally, in a really good place right now. Not causing myself to be too stressed or too high strung about things I can't change or deal with. I'm all about progression and being better. I had a check-in with a friend today, and it was just so beautiful to hear a positive report. Sometimes I feel like we normalize trauma, and it was just very beautiful for the both of us to have a positive report. Hey, things are going good for me. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Things are good for me too. I'm happy, I'm growing, I got a new place, I'm doing this, I'm having a baby, I'm going here, I'm traveling to a new place. Those are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful testimonies. Hey, Stacey. Testimonies. So with that being said, I love those conversations. I love to check in with somebody. Unfortunately, if you're going through a hard time, I understand. You never want to be a Debbie Downer, right? But sometimes people just be going through some things. Sometimes people be going through some seasons, and sometimes their seasons could be heavy. Just love them and be there for them. Listen to them. Trust me, I know a few people. I know a few people that's always going through something. It's like the grass is never green. The sun is never shining. The rainbow never shows. It's like, my goodness, could you not find something to be happy about today? I mean, you just being alive long enough to complain. Is that not enough? Hey, so all of that being said, it is great to have a conversation and check in with a friend and them be in a positive place, in a positive place. So that was a beautiful conversation today. It was just nice to have a conversation uninterrupted. It was all about reciprocation. I talk, you check in, I check in. No one's in No one is interrupting the person, nothing like that. Everyone is just allowing the person to talk. They're waiting their turn. They're giving into the conversation, and then we end the conversation. So it was a very, very beautiful time to chat with a good friend. And I've been learning that a lot of my relationships have been like that lately, where there's been reciprocation on both sides, not only just for them to me or me to them. It's the same, and I really do appreciate that. I really do appreciate that, because sometimes people get a little too comfortable in their relationships, and they don't be, they just be thinking everybody's supposed to come check on you, everybody's supposed to see how you doing, and all of this stuff. And then there are people out here that do the dramatics. There are people out here that love for people to be like giving them all of this attention, doing it intentionally, seeing people call you, seeing people text you to check on you, and your ego just gets so elated that everybody is, oh, where's Elvira? So anyway, that's not the point of the video today. So anyway, y'all, I did a video this morning, and I was just talking to y'all about having a business. And I was talking, and this morning I was talking about having a business, and I went over some really good like pointers or tips and things that I've learned so far. I also shared that even though in holiness and stuff like that, and this is not really about holiness or anything like that, it's just about a way of living. Like, granted, yes, the primary goal in this life is to be a part of the first resurrection. You are living so you can live again. We understand that. But while you are here, let's make the best of it. Let's live a good life. Let's have some ambitions. Let's have some goals. Let's drive the cars that we want to drive. Let's live in a house that we want to live in. Let's have the apartment we want to have, and not be just out here just living and going right on by just because. And all of that starts with your mindset. But nonetheless, you could be wherever you want to be, but you can always make any place a home. It just depends on your decor and how you feel in your heart about it and where you are in your life. So with that being said, I feel like anyone and everyone could find something to invest in themselves about, and to invest in yourself. Find a talent, find a hobby, find something that you enjoy doing. I know some people say, find something that you're good at. Yeah, but no. Find something that you enjoy doing, because you're going to have to show up on days you don't want to. And the only way that you're going to show up on a day that you don't want to is if you enjoy what you're doing. So while you may be good at a thing, do you enjoy doing it? Because if you don't enjoy doing it, then you're not going to be, you have to push past the external validation, and you have to find something within yourself that is going to cause you to show up for yourself when you need to show up. So I want you to think about that while we're having the conversation. If you don't have a business, while it is great to be a stay-at-home mom, that is the peak of the peak. If I was a stay-at-home mom, I would still do YouTube. I would still have my skincare business. I would still be doing something to earn money. If my husband paid 100% of the bills, I would still do something to earn money. If my husband and I invested in a business together and we work together, I am still going to do something that earns money. I'm not going to just be sitting around talking about I'm just a stay-at-home mom. Now, granted, if my children young, and I'm talking my children under like 2, 3, 4, even 5, I might still be sitting at the house talking about I gotta focus on the kids. But even then, I will be doing something like a DoorDash. I will still be doing like the skincare business. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm gonna be doing something, because I'm gonna need something that pushes me past being with my kids all day long. That's me. I don't really, why y'all be putting, oh, that's the laughing. Oh my goodness, this whole time I thought y'all was putting the emoji with the big eyes like this. I thought y'all was looking at me like this. I be like, what am I saying? That's wrong. Hey, Nakisha. Oh my goodness. Yes. So I'm like, I would still, this is me. This is Elvira talking to Elvira. Elvira don't know y'all like that. So don't think I'm talking to you. I don't know you. I do not know you. I just know of you. I don't know you. And y'all don't be telling me your business. I don't know nothing. But if it was Elvira, after my baby get like 2 or 3, you know, they kind of moving around, they making stuff, do stuff, and you know, whatever, I would be doing something to invest my time into myself by, you know, maybe doing DoorDash, maybe doing some, you know, doing my skincare, doing my YouTube channel, you know, even if I'm not bringing in a lot of money. Like, I don't bring in a lot of money right now with my YouTube channel or with the skincare business, but it's something for me to do, and it does bring in something. So even if I had a husband that was paying 100% of the bills, I would still be bringing in something. If it was 80-20, if it was, I don't care, 90-10, I'm going to want to bring in something, so that way I could just, you know, you could use your money for whatever you want to use your money for. I don't know your marriage, but I'm just saying, for me, because I'm not even married, but I'm just saying, for me, I would want to like be able to like do little things for my husband or the kids, or, you know, if I want to buy this new picture to put in the living room for decor, if I wanted to do the, you know, do the bathroom over, I don't have to like, because one thing about me too, and you know, this may be something I have to learn when I get married, y'all. So y'all sisters that's married, y'all gonna have to coach your little big sis. Y'all gonna have to coach me, because I'm gonna be like, listen, when I want to go buy something, I just want to go buy it. I don't want to ask you, can I buy it? When I want it, I want it. I don't want to ask you, can I have it? Okay, I want to use my own money to go get it. Okay, so my sisters that's married, y'all gonna have to let me know how that works, because I don't know. Because when I want something, I want to just go get it. Okay, and I want to be able to have it when I want it, and I want to get him stuff or whatever, and the kids and whatever. So this morning I was just saying how, getting back to the point, because this is why I got to do pre-recorded content, because I just be talking way too much. So this morning I was saying, invest in yourself. Find something you enjoy doing, so the moments that you don't feel like doing it, you'll still show up for yourself. So therefore, I was saying about how I started a business, and just some of the key things that I think are essential in a business. Since yesterday I did the video, and I was talking about, like, you know, like the behind the scenes and stuff like that, like keeping your receipts. Hey, Olette, and hey, Jasmine. So keeping your receipts for your business, you know, making sure you're doing all of your business through your business email, so that way things aren't getting flooded in your personal email and all of that good stuff. And then yesterday we talked about, you know, taxes and all of these other things. So today I just wanted to share some pointers that I have learned throughout my time of owning a business, and some things that I've learned. I kind of did this video before, but then I took it down. I don't know why I took it down. I just did. It probably was going through one of them moments, and I just felt like, no, let me take this down. So this is me doing that video again, if you were a part of the conversation at that time. So it doesn't matter what kind of business you have and what you do, I will always encourage you to be top tier with your communication. It does not matter if you're in the business of service, if you do something for yourself, or if you just, you know, provide a product or provide a digital product or whatever. I want to stress the importance of being super, super big on communication. One of the things that y'all notice that I do is that I will come online and I will give you guys a verbal update on what's going on with your order if I have access like that to you. If I don't have that type of access, I'm sending you an email. I'm letting you know what's going on. I'm letting you know, hey, the what you ordered, I don't have right now, and I have to purchase the inventory, and then I have to wait for the inventory to be delivered. And then I also work a full-time job of 40 hours a week. I'm a single mom. I'm not telling y'all all of that, but the point is that I will let you know that, hey, I see your order. I will get to your order, and right now these are the things that I have to do before I can actually start making your order. That communication to your customers takes you a mile long. It'll last you forever. The reason why is because not everyone is doing that. The big companies don't have to do that. Why? Because they operate in mass production. So the big companies don't have to send you out no email saying that, oh, we don't have it. Amazon is getting people's products to them in 2 days. People can go to Target. I sell body butters, body scrubs, and body serums, body oils. You can go to Target and pick you up a bottle of body oil. You can go to Walmart and get you some body scrub. So the fact that someone is choosing to shop with you and they have to wait for their order and it has to be made and shipped to you, a lot of times people will purchase from you because they know you. They know that you're a single mom, you're out here working, you're doing your own business, you're doing your own thing. They love your product, and even though they can go to Target or Walmart and get what they need, they're going to wait for you because they want to give you that $22 versus giving a big company like Amazon or Walmart $22 when they can't even pay their employees $22 an hour. Okay, so a lot of times people would want to invest in you because they want to support you, they want to grow, they want to help you do better. Let me order my food. Hold on. Yes. So a lot of times people will just want to support you by doing that. So when you're not pushing out your products, when you're not letting people know when they can expect their products to arrive and things like that, you're gonna have to, communicate that to somebody. Let them know, like, hey, I'm working on it. It'll be here at this time. A lot of companies, small businesses, and I hate to use the word small, but let me say this: a lot of companies in the beginning of their business, they are not doing that. They get your orders and they get to it when they get to it. But if you can stand out and let people know, like, hey, I make your product by hand, therefore I am going to I make your product by hand, therefore it's going to take a little while before you can get it, then that's something that people can appreciate and people can be patient with you about. Another thing that I mentioned this morning that I think is very important. Now, granted, I'm in a business that does physical products. Apply this to your life, whatever business you have. The next thing I did was criticism. So one of the things was when I first started doing my shea butters, okay, so let me back up. So how I started the conversation this morning talking about communication was that one of my customers, she had to call me out, and she had to say, she was older than I am. I think she's about 10 or 15 years older than me. But she had to call me out, and she says, one of the issue with your generation is that you all don't like to get on the phone. You guys like to text your issues out. And she was like, sometimes you need to get on the phone and communicate. And honestly, I did not feel any type of way that she said that to me. I actually appreciate her for saying that. So ever since then, that's what builds up. That's what caused me to be more, to communicate more with my customers regarding their orders. So now every time there's an inconvenience, there's a delay, I communicate that to the customer immediately. And I let them know, you know, if, when you purchase your business, when you purchase through my company, it's through Shopify, I get the email notification. The moment you finish checking out, I got the email notification. So I know when your orders come through immediately. Therefore, I get your email address, and if I have any discrepancies or anything like that, if there's something with shipping, if something's not right, I am going to email you and let you know. So that the reason why I'm big on communication is because that came from a critique, which led me into the second point of me sharing about things to keep in mind when you're running a business is critiques. Not everyone that's giving you a critique is hating on you. Not everyone that's giving you a critique is jealous of you. And not everyone that's giving you a critique is coveting anything that you have. Sometimes we get so caught up in this imaginary land that I feel like, and I also said this in my video, if I am wrong, please, an elder, a minister, a mother, a older sister, a younger sister, if I'm wrong about what I'm about to say, then y'all need to let me know immediately and I would adjust myself. But I don't know, this is what I'm about to say, I don't know who told us that because we're in holiness, people have to always be speak, like, say nice things, or never critique you, or never tell you you need to do better, or never tell you that, oh, this, you know, you need a critique. Like, I don't know who said that, because I don't know in what world could you operate in and do that. So if you are a brother or sister in the church and you have a business and someone comes up to you and say, hey, I didn't particularly like this about whatever. Let's talk about Elvira, but Elvira got to get her food. Hold on. Hey. Yeah. Thank you. You too. So yeah. So let's just talk about Elvira, because that's the only person we know on this phone. I mean, you know you, but you don't know me. So if Elvira selling shea butter, and this is a complaint that I got from customers a lot, because I was still figuring out my formula, which is going to be the third thing I tell y'all. But when I first started figuring out my formula, it was a little hard for me, because sometimes the butters will come out one way and then next time the butters will come out another way. So another critique I got that I didn't take personal, that I didn't feel like this person was hating on me, was that, girl, your butters are not consistent. Sometimes I get it feel like this, and sometimes I get it feels like that. You need to be the same. I want to get the same product every time I shop with you. I want it to be the same. The only thing is that I'm dealing with natural ingredients. So while the variation may be a little off, it shouldn't be drastically off, where sometimes I get a butter from you, girl, and it's fluffy and it's soft, and then the next time I get a butter from you, girl, it's rock hard and I gotta scrape I gotta dig into the butter to get it out, to rub it on my hands and moisturize. Girl, where is the consistency? That is a critique. Did I take it personal? No. I utilized my resources, ChatGPT, and told them my ingredients that I want, and then told them what type of butter I wanted to produce and the ingredients that I'm using for my current butter. And then that way it told me, with the current ingredients that you have, this is what you need to do, this is the percentage, and this is what you need to do. And since I did that, I've been working on it. Going back to my point, just because I am in holiness, and because y'all are my sisters in Christ, and y'all come to me and say, oh, we not gonna tell Elvira her shea butters suck because she's my sister in Christ. In what universe does that make sense? If my butters suck and they're not good, just because you're my sister in Christ does not mean that you can't tell me that it's not good. You can say it with love. If anything, that's showing me that you love me, because you're telling me the truth. You're not allowing me to just continue to make poor shea butters, and I'm just smiling and waving, giving y'all shea butter that's not good. So I don't know. Like, I feel like sometimes I've had a couple of conversations. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because, my bad, I'm back. Whenever it freezes like that, y'all, it actually closes out the stream. So that means like this, the thing freezes and then it comes back. But anyway, I have to log back into it. But I have had a couple of conversations with people, and I have kind of got that vibe. And I was like, why do people think that? Like, just because you're in holiness, it doesn't mean that you're not open to critique. Like, you can be critiqued. Someone can give you a review, and if it's not good, work on being better. Like, and this morning, I used the analogy of the story that I told you all like a couple months ago. Imagine having bad breath. Imagine having chronic bad breath for so long. And then Elvira comes around, and Elvira is the person that comes to you and says, hey, your breath is bad. Like, you have bad breath. Like, and and they be like, really? And then Elvira says, yes, it's every single day. Every day you come in here, your breath stinks. I think you have to go see a dentist. Like, it's something going on. Immediately, you're going to feel embarrassed. Okay, no one on this line is going to tell me that you're not going to be embarrassed that someone had to tell you that your breath stinks. However, the next thought is going to be, how many people knew my breath stank and never said anything? How many people have I spoken to that smelled my bad breath and never had the courage to say, your breath smells bad? How many people say they love me and don't tell me my breath stinks? You're going to be thinking about that. Just like if a person comes to you and says, hey sis, you got something on the back of your dress. You're going to think about all the people you walk by that saw you have something on your dress and said nothing. And you're going to appreciate the one person who came to you and said, you have something on your dress. You're going to appreciate the one person that came to you and said, your breath stinks. And until you can get into with a dentist, you need to have the mouthwash, the gum, whatever. You need to have it on deck. You need to. It's not your tongue. It's your gums. You got to go to a dentist. It's nothing you can do. Only thing you can do is keep the mouthwash on deck, keep the gum on deck to mask the smell. But other than that, it's nothing no one can do. You got to go to the dentist. But the point is, can you imagine going your whole life and not knowing when the chronic bad breath begun? But you know, today is the day you found out that you have chronic bad breath, and you've had it for a long time. And Elvira is saying you have had this since the moment I met you. I'm finally saying something, and you're gonna think about how long you've met me. So now you're gonna be like, dang, I've known her for 5 months. She just now telling me? So think about that with your business. Just because someone gives you a critique or someone gives you pointers, they're not hating on you, they're not coveting you, and they're not jealous of you. They want to see you do better. They want to see you win. Yeah, we got haters out there, and you should have a discerning spirit to discern when someone is hating on you. But the point is that not every critique comes from a hatred place. Sometimes people are just really giving you some really good insight on what you could do better. And if that's the case, then try to do better. So that was the next thing that was the second topic. Critique is a good thing. Take it with joy. I know you're going to be embarrassed at first. You're going to feel away. You're not going to be comfortable. Who likes being told you're wrong? Who likes being corrected? No one. No one likes it. No one likes it. But it has to be done to be better. To be the best, you have to be critiqued. So yeah, so that's the point. That was point number 2. Critique is good. Use the critique to build you up. Use the critique to work on yourself. Use it. That's why it don't matter where you go in life, no matter what you do for a living, if you work at a job, if you work for yourself, no matter what, if you do DoorDash, you do realize your performance is being rated. There's a rating there for a reason, to rate you, to let you know where you stand. Nowhere in life are you able to just go in there and just remain there and don't do nothing. Like, there's no growth, there's no evaluation. There's always going to be evaluation, and in every evaluation you're always going to be critiqued. So take the criticism, stop whining about it, do something about it, and switch your mindset when it comes to criticism. Everything that has caused me to be a better business owner came from someone criticizing me. I sucked at shipping at first. I don't know what I was thinking. That's why when y'all get y'all packages, y'all be having all of this bubble wrap and popcorns, styrofoams, and all of that, because I failed at packaging when I first started my business. The reason why the butters have the consistency they have now is because I failed at making a consistent butter. And someone had to tell me, girl, this is not it. Like, why every time I get your product, it's different? I needed to hear that. Did it hurt my feelings? Of course. Duh. Of course. But I went back to the drawing board and I got it right. It's right now. That's why y'all be seeing people talk about it, because it's right now, but it wasn't right before. And I had to work on it. Moving right along. The third thing was consistency. Whatever you do, keep doing it. Whatever you do, keep doing it. Don't change up the formula. Don't change up the process. Don't change up the format. Once you get something that works, keep doing it, because you start off with 0 working hours. Whatever it is that you want to do, you start off at 0. Find a flow that works, find a consistency that works, find a format that works, and stick to that. Stick to that. Don't switch it up. Don't add something new. Don't just stick to that. Especially for me, I work with butters. The clients love the butters. The clients love the peach smell. The clients, that's one of the favorite, the peach and the yum yum, which are very like citrus and fruity scents. So I do what the clients want, right? The majority of my clients love the peach. There are people out there that like the sugar, that smells like a sugar cookie. There are people out here that like the Love Me, but even the Love Me smells like strawberries and stuff. So I do what the people want. So I listen to what the clients want, and I do what they want. Okay, so whatever you find that works for you in your clientele or your business, just stick to that. If this is what's working for your people, just stick with that. Don't switch it up. Keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again until you can just do it with your eyes closed. Now I can make my shea butter and I don't even need the instructions, because I'm doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. So just focus on that. Continue to do that when it comes to your business. No matter what kind of business you have, continue to do the same thing repeatedly. And the last thing, oh my goodness. Oh, Jesus, they almost had a car accident. The last thing that I would say is do what works for you. Find your groove, find your find your area, find your lane, and stick there. I know when I started my business, I was a little bit people pleasing, y'all. I was doing a little bit of a people pleaser. I was like, people like, oh, can you make a product for this? Oh, can you make a product for that? Oh, can you do this? Can you do that? And the next thing you know, I had all of these products on my website, and I was like, oh. And then what I started to notice is that I had all of these different products, and then some of these products, I will only need an ingredient for this one specific product, and I'm not using this ingredient in any of my other products. So now I'm just, is that type of exclusive inventory. I'm not at that stage of my business yet where I would want to do that, right? So what I had to do, I had to scale back, and I had to get the essentials. So I had to look at myself and say, like, I had to look at myself and say, like, what are the essentials? What do people love? The people love the shea butter, and the people love the oils and stuff like that. And then, you know, I noticed that a lot of the women that shop with me, they would come back and they would be like, oh, you know, my husband or my son is always in my products, you know, you got anything for men? And men don't care as long as it smells, and they don't care that it smells like peaches. If it's a good product, they're gonna use it. So I was like, oh, that's a clientele that I didn't think about. So I started making shea butter for the men, because the men like it, and the men do like it. Men, if you don't, one thing I notice about men, like, they not gonna do that lotion, and like, you gotta bring it to them. You gotta put it in their life. Like, men moisturize out of necessity. Women, we moisturize because that's just the way it is. Okay, when we get out the shower, we gonna oil now. We gonna do what we do. Okay, that's just what we do. That's the aesthetic of being a girl. That's what we do. But men, they put lotion on the parts you can see, and that's it. Men are not worrying about no moisturized hands. No, they don't care. They gonna be ashy. All right. So, a lot of the sisters, or like my female customers and stuff, like, they'll buy shea butter for themselves, and then they'll get a bottle for their husbands. And when they do that, their husband will use it. Like, especially if he's like going out, they're going out to dinner, they're going on date night, they're going to an event, they're going to a cookout, you know, that's when they put the butter on. Okay, when they go into the cookout, when they going out with their friends, when they going out with their lady to the movies or whatever, then they gonna put it on. But when they go into the job, they not doing that, because they ain't doing that. They don't care. They don't care how ashy they are. Men do not care about being ashy. It is so funny. So yeah, so once I noticed that, I said, boom, let me make a couple of products for the brothers and have them have that available for them, so that when the sisters come and buy for themselves, they'll buy for their man too. And then the men, you know, then the men was like, and then it was another friend of mine, a co-worker, he had like a really big beard, and he was like, please make something, you know, for the beard or whatever. And he was like one of my top clients. Like, I low-key feel like I was just making the beard stuff for him, to the point that when I decided to stop making like a beard conditioner, I just gave him all the beard conditioner I had. I just gave it to him. I was like, you can just have it. I was like, because literally I just be making this for you, it feel like, because nobody else be buying it. They buy the oil. The men were buying the oil, but they weren't buying the shea butter that I made. And the shea butter was really like that. It made the beard, it made the hair soft. And he loved it. He loved it. He loved it. He loved it. So maybe I should do that. Maybe I should do the butter instead of the oil on the website. I don't know, but I don't really have no men with beards customers like that. So anyway, y'all let me know. The signal might get choppy, y'all. It be fighting me, y'all. But I'll end the video with this. It's not that bad. But I ended off with this, and thank y'all for all comments. I'm so sorry I wasn't able to read y'all comments this time, my bad. But yeah, just stay consistent with whatever you do, and then also stick to the